flight attendant is trained to handle anything, from the routine
Check to see that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
to the terrifying. And when that happens, training saves lives.
They call it boot camp, and we are, merciless.
I'm gonna feel like a huge failure if I do get sent home today.
Before any flight attendant takes off, she must be prepared for the possibilities no one likes to think about. Because keeping passengers comfortable is easy. Keeping them safe, that's the hard part. The preparation begins at flight attendant school. In this episode of Flight Attendant School.
This is called Frontier's Amazing Race. Really okay? Oh, yeah. I'm terrified.
Bags are packed. I am ready to go. On a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
I left my home in Georgia, sold my condo, came to Denver to work at Frontier Airlines as a flight attendant, so I've got to get through this program. If I fail, I'm out of a job.
This is the second week of classes, and I'm glad. I think everyone's starting to relax a little more and understand the process of this.
Today's schedule at Flight Attendant School calls for a class in beverage service. As the trainees get comfortable in the cabin mock-up, they have no idea of the surprise in store for them. It's called evacuation drill.
All right, so this whole day is just going to be fun and exciting, and you can relax. You guys ready? All right, so Sherry and Miss will start with the safety demonstration, and we'll go on from there.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Frontier Airlines. Flight attendants from front to back are Sherry, Melissa, and my name is Chris. Thank you for your attention, and once again, welcome aboard Frontier Airlines, a whole different animal.
We're going to fire off some smoke and do an evac and scare them, and they start crying, and it's good. It's going to be the first time that they get to experience what it's like to be in an evacuation. All right, so flight attendants are sitting down. We're taxiing out to the runway, and now we start to take off. Great, great.
It's pretty shocking to see the instructors, get that serious.
I felt the urgency in their voices to get out of the dang plane.
Too scared.
At first I thought they were kidding, but obviously their persistence, and I think a lot of people reacted as if passengers would just kind of deer in the headlights.
Chris is scary.
Our instructor, Chris, was bright red, and you almost felt like you were in trouble. But he got it, you knew exactly what he wanted you to do, and you knew it wasn't a joke.
So obviously today we weren't doing a regular old beverage service. We did want to kind of have you guys experience what it would be like for an evacuation.
Who opened the overwing back there? Chris did. What did he do? Did he crawl across you?
Oh, no, he pushed me out of the way.
I think the students reacted well.
They're all set up for this fun service day, no test, right on, and then boom, here's the serious side. And that's what's so hard. It's like we have so much fun, but there's this side that is serious for us.
Still shaky from a surprise evacuation drill, the students must now pull themselves together for another critical exam.
We have a test this morning over emergency equipment, basically where it is and how you know it's working.
All right, well, if you'll clear everything off just like normal, you'll have a test sheet and an answer sheet.
Good luck.
The test on the emergency equipment was pretty rough. The others I felt pretty good, but this one I'm kind of shaky about. We'll see how it turns out.
Well, we have one retake.
He came into the men's room talking to himself, saying that was the worst test ever.
All right, just bring him back.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she did good.
Right.
Did you? I think she did good.
All right, a couple hundred. Way to go.
Well, there goes my retake. I basically felt that I knew the information, didn't need to study. I think I looked over at 5 minutes and said, I've got this. I kicked myself because I just felt it.
Having failed this exam, William has one retake, meaning he only has one more chance to pass this test.
William, unfortunately, was the only student who didn't pass the exam. That security blanket's gone because this is it. You know, if they do fail one more exam, unfortunately, they're dismissed from the program.
Coming up on Flight Attendant School.
This is called Frontier's Amazing Race.
I'm terrified.
It's Beverage Service Training Day. For practice, the trainees will make sure their fellow employees are refreshed.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, the emergencies, all of that stuff is hopefully stuff they don't do. This is the stuff they're going to do every day, all day. So this is exciting for them.
I want to press the stopper.
So it might be how it works.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You'll have a good one.
She doesn't go straight.
I am too going straight.
The students serve everybody in the office, making sure to stop by a favorite destination, CEO Jeff Potter's office.
Would you like something to drink?
So everything's going all right?
It is. It's been good so far.
Having fun?
We are.
We're thrilled to have you.
We're thrilled to be here.
Good. That's great to hear. They did great. They did great. You know, the most important part is, you know, they're handing you something, but if you saw them, they're all smiling, and they're enjoying themselves, and they're having fun.
We're picking up your empties.
Oh, my empty's this?
We could empty that too.
I don't know
Sure.
what's in there.
Are there any, like,
I'm sure it's very important
syringes
stuff.
or anything?
No. I don't think so. I don't think so.
After all the other crews provided perfect beverage service on their mandatory stop to Frontier CEO Jeff Potter's office, the last crew was a little nervous about completing the task.
All right, so where are we heading next?
Jeff Potter's office.
That's what I heard. Sure it's a good idea?
With beverage service training, we went to Jeff Potter's office, and I'd have to say, yeah, we were a little nervous serving the big guy.
Hi.
We just came to see if you need a refill.
You know, I think I do. Okay, come on. You got to wheel the cart in. The cart's. Oh yeah, this is kind of like an obstacle course. Watch there. Everything going okay so far?
Great.
Yes. Good. You're having fun.
Good. Of course.
Cancer.
No, this is
Candy.
Thank you.
Yes.
doing
Nice
great.
meeting you.
All right,
Nice to meet
seeing you.
Uh-oh.
Good job, Chris.
See, that's okay.
You did it! I spilled soda all over the floor, me and Chris.
That's why we're in training, right?
That's exactly right.
As we were pulling out, we had a little mishap.
Fender bender at
Just hit the wall, spilled a little liquid.
all over the floor.
He'll
His
remember
door.
us.
Yes, he'll remember us. I don't think hitting the wall was a bad thing. It wasn't a great thing, but he was cool about it.
All right, see you guys. Drive careful.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's what we're gonna do now. This is called Frontier's Amazing Race. You've been divided up into teams of 4. In this envelope is everything that you need to know and all of the money that you will need for the amazing race.
We'll give them a sheet that has 25 tasks that they need to accomplish. Like a typical scavenger hunt, they'll have to collect things from places, signatures from certain people.
After we pass all these out, I show you your prizes, I'll say go, I'll open those doors up and you can go.
It's important for our flight attendants and really all our employees to know what's out at the airport. Passengers are going to ask questions all the time. Where can I buy a stamp? Is there any food on this concourse? Who's over in Terminal C? I'm making a connection. So it really is critical from a customer service standpoint that our flight attendants be able to answer those questions.
The finish line is the bridge right after security on the A concourse side. The first team to walk across the finish line will win a lot of great prizes. Now, if you get a speeding ticket on your way to the airport, you will be disqualified. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So if we do split up, like...
Yeah, I think we should split up or stick together.
At least in twos, I say.
Given the task of finding an odd assortment of items to become more familiar with Denver International Airport, the students split up and scramble through the terminal.
Straight ahead, right here.
While Sarah and Heather try to get the signature of the on-duty baggage manager, Katrina and Stacy are busy finding the price of a DVD rental.
So he said $12 a day.
Oh, thanks, bud. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Sharon and William frantically track down the price of a meatball sub.
Did you get the meatball sub price?
Not really.
Head down there.
I don't want to. I think Stacy and Katrina are pretty competitive in our class. Stacy had a goal, and when she had a goal, she intended to win.
Quiz nose.
I can't do this.
We're doing good, guys. So we've already knocked out 6 things.
Ready? Listen, we have the DVD for the 27th round. So let's go.
After the group split up, William began experiencing sudden chest pains, and he collapses.
Who's that? William!
But I don't want you to walk down there quite yet.
William has a heart condition, and I think that it just acted up. He was running around probably, and he got overheated. So the paramedics have to just look him over.
All right, guys, sorry. I think he's gonna sneak up this way.
We're a little concerned about William. He has a little medical condition that maybe he shouldn't have been running around so much. So we do have him in a separate lounge area. He's getting some water and getting some attention by the paramedics, so hopefully he'll be okay.
You all right?
No. I'm terrified.
Coming up on Flight Attendant School.
I'm looking for a restaurant cup. Should I just grab it out of the trash?
No, don't go through the trash.
I'm thinking we didn't do so hot.
We've put together a scavenger hunt for the students out at Denver International Airport. It's important for our flight attendants and really all our employees to know what's out at the airport.
During the scavenger hunt, one of the students, William, became lightheaded and needed immediate medical attention.
Seeing William collapsing at the airport, it's kind of scary. I hope he's gonna be okay. He's my friend and I want him to be in good health.
While William is treated by airport paramedics, the students are encouraged to complete the scavenger hunt.
I'm looking for a restaurant cup. Should I just grab it out of the trash?
No, don't go through the trash.
Look, it's open.
Oh my gosh,
Here we go.
Okay. Come on.
Sarah and Heather need just one more item before they meet up with their teammates and head to the finish line.
You don't happen to know who's working in the in-flight manager's office and how to take their signature?
There you go. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Katrina, Stacy, and Sharon have also completed their list and are on their way. As the two teams race to the finish line hoping to finish first, they discover they're among the last groups to arrive.
It was hard because this is a big airport and we had to go from one corner to the next corner to the next corner.
My knees are screaming right now.
Now that we're here behind pretty much everyone else, I'm thinking we didn't do so hot.
I got torn cartilage in this one and tendonitis in this one. Just let it.
The goal of the game is for the people to run around, find the airport, know where Frontier lives, know our gates, talk to our agents, and do it as a team and do it quickly. And so everyone accomplished that task.
We were pretty confident that we were going to win on the way down here. Then we saw everybody just standing there, and we were all, oh.
We started out pretty good.
Yeah. We had fun. That's what matters.
We're going to give the winners to the first team that crossed the finish line, which is Tim, Sherry. Who else is in your team? Scott and Elizabeth. So come on up, you guys are the winners.
The winners receive some Frontier merchandise.
Thank you. Good job, you guys. Hope you guys had fun today. Today was a nice little break. Tomorrow we get back down to business, flight management. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Goodbye, thank you. You look exhausted.
With the scavenger hunt complete, the students are relieved to see that William is being released in stable condition.
I do. Better. Colors returned.
Thanks. While everyone's concerned about William's heart condition, at this point, they don't think it's a problem for him to continue in the program.
I think that it is more stressful for William because he just has that one more thing, his bad health.
What happened?
I have a heart murmur.
Oh, you do? Let me just hold on to you, though, in case you pass out.
What I really liked that I saw is some of the class members who knew somebody was hurt and they were concerned about his well-being. So that says a lot. That tells me that the class is starting to bond as a whole and not their little cliques that form. They're starting to look at each other as a whole.
Coming up on Flight Attendant School.
William's about to come in for retake.
With Suzette moved out of the house, the new roommate, Sharon, adjusts to living with her classmates.
I do think Sharon will be a good fit for the house. She's more of the same age bracket that we all are. Personality-wise, Sharon, she seems really easygoing.
Hot flight attendant vibes along with friends and family. That looks good.
Meanwhile, William is scheduled to retake his failed exam. Unfortunately, his day is already off to a rocky start.
What happened?
I'm bleeding.
Just a nosebleed, or did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, just fine.
Do you want some ice?
Are you
Do you want to, like, sit back? Where's that frozen beer? Huh?
Yeah,
There's
you could
ice.
give him this. That's a bottle of ice.
I get nosebleeds from time to time just because I have, I take blood thinners. So sometimes when I'm not paying attention, I just get them. Just part of being a sick person, I guess. Is it still bleeding or has it stopped?
Maybe it is more critical when he has a bloody nose because of the medication he takes. Is that water okay? Or...
I think that as a flight attendant, I don't think he's taking his health into account.
Well, I used to get them flying, like, all the time. It was kind of funny. I was serving Sprite, and it just went whoosh, and I didn't notice it, and I handed it to the passenger. She freaked. And I was so embarrassed because it had dripped on my white shirt, and it had dripped on the card. Yeah, that ended service quite soon.
Because students only get one chance to retake a failed exam, William goes the extra mile and schedules some private tutoring.
I'm the PA. Having that one-on-one with the instructor is always better than just being one in a mass group, so it helps me particularly because I can understand those subjects better. Okay. And I know that A does the Zone A. Okay. And they check the galley, and they check their doors, the forward doors, and a big screen thing.
Right, perfect. He's probably feeling a little pressure because he doesn't have a retake left. You've got a grasp on that, so you're good.
With studying complete, it's now time for William's retake.
William's about to come in for a retake of his emergency equipment exam. Have a seat right over here. There you go. Eyes on your own paper, please.
If I fail this test, I get sent home. This is very stressful.
All ready?
Okay.
All right, very good. I will take care of grading the test.
Okay. No one wants to be sent home, and I definitely don't want to be. So I have to pass this test. I have no other options.
Beautiful. High five. 100.
Yay.
Good job.
I'm relieved when I pass, so I can continue to go on with the rest of the class.
All right. Thanks. We're happy for William. We're pulling for him. And hopefully this will, he'll be on the right track today to, you know, pull himself up and start over again.
It's been a challenging week for William, but he's determined to make it through the training and become a flight attendant. On the next episode of Flight Attendant School.
My confidence level is definitely not high.
Everybody else can do this. Why can't you?
I'm not confident.
You can do it.
You guys will have 3 minutes.
We gotta go. I gotta close this door. Come on.
If each flight runs late, we're spending hundreds of $1,000s because we can't push off of the gate on time.
I feel stupid.
So here's the object of the game. You need to repack this bag. The quickest person who's gonna win a prize.
Sarah's the winner!
A flight attendant is trained to handle anything, from the routine
Check to see that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
to the terrifying. And when that happens, training saves lives.
They call it boot camp, and we are, merciless.
I'm gonna feel like a huge failure if I do get sent home today.
Before any flight attendant takes off, she must be prepared for the possibilities no one likes to think about. Because keeping passengers comfortable is easy. Keeping them safe, that's the hard part. The preparation begins at Flight Attendant School. In this episode of Flight Attendant School.
My confidence level is definitely not high.
Everybody else can do this. Why can't you?
I'll start to time you guys, and we'll have 3 minutes.
I gotta go. I gotta close this door.
Sorry, if each flight runs late, we're spending hundreds of $1,000s because we can't push off of the gate on time. It is a huge deal.
I feel really stupid.
Legs are packed. I am ready to go. On a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
A year ago, I thought about being, a flight attendant, and but I never really realized what it entailed to actually become a flight attendant. Before, when I did mostly like data entry, it was pretty bland. I'm really glad to be here and be, challenged. It is scary, but it motivates you to do good and expand your horizons and know more.
As today's class begins, students are now going to put their safety and service training to the test in a mock flight.
The day in the life routine is really a chance for the students to get in the cabin and practice it and make mistakes. I would rather have them making mistakes here in the classroom instead of at 32,000 feet in front of a plane full of Frontier passengers.
The whole class will go through the exercise 3 at a time.
Okay, we're taking off.
Whoosh. Marco is acting as the captain of the mock flight. Instructor Chris is his co-pilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we are airborne, we invite you to relax and enjoy your flight to Los Angeles.
In the seat back pocket, you'll find a safety information card illustrating important safety features of this aircraft.
I like the hands-on experience, and for once when we are trainees, we're allowed to make goofs and mistakes.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Shut that baby up.
Yeah, we had quite a few high maintenance passengers on our little flight today. We had Sherry, who had a baby. That was pretty annoying listening to that the whole time.
Sometimes I need something.
Like a pillow?
Yeah.
Stacy was kind of high maintenance. I don't think everyone had their own little thing to be, try to, catch us off guard.
This is your captain speaking. If you need to use the restroom, now is a good time to do so. Thank you.
Here at Frontier Airlines, you are welcome to use your cell phones once the aircraft has landed and turned off that active runway.
You just did the sterile announcement, so you want to make your initial descent, so go ahead and make that one.
Well, folks, pretend I made this announcement like 5 minutes ago. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, and we're in our initial descent into Los Angeles.
Flight attendants must think on their feet to ensure a smooth flight for their passengers.
Chris and Day in the Life today set the bar for the rest of us. If he was nervous, he didn't show it. He's also done it before, so I'm sure that's helped him.
Flight attendants, please be seated. We're coming in for a landing, and Chris is landing the plane, so... All right, we just pulled off the active runway. Watch that handle.
Gotcha.
Okay. Somebody else has to be,
Contact verified.
They surprised me with their performance today. They did a great job. They had a lot of the other students were giving them such a hard time. It's a good cross-section of what they'll probably get on the aircraft.
Sarah learns that she's up next to do the day in the life as the flight attendant.
In Chris's mock flight today, I think he did a really good job. I guess it makes it a little bit scary for me. I'm kind of half confident, half scared that it will be hard and I'll have to work really hard and I might not do as good a job as I want to.
Not only does Sarah have to worry about performing well, but she also has to worry about a family member who has decided to follow in her footsteps.
Next on Flight Attendant School.
To time you guys, and we'll have 3 minutes. All right, let's get people in their seats as quickly as possible.
I gotta go. I gotta close the store.
If each flight runs late, we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a day in gate fees because we can't push off of the gate on time. It is a huge deal.
At Frontier Airlines Training Center, students are going through mock flights to hone their in-flight skills. On a break, Sarah meets up with her brother, Casey. He's been inspired by his sister to apply at Frontier and is now here for his final interview.
Are you ready?
I think so.
I'm here to kind of see my little brother off. He has his second interview today to be a flight attendant.
Did it turn all this nervousness into confidence?
He's definitely nervous. It counts a lot what you say in those interviews and how you come across to them. I think he's definitely worried about what he's gonna say.
Tried to make it the best I could.
That looks good. You say a few wrong things, then they look you by.
I'm feeling good.
Don't be cocky.
I do think she was nervous about her brother getting in. I know if it was me and my brother was applying, I'd be nervous for him.
Bye, Keith. Good luck.
Another mock flight is about to begin, and now it's Sarah's turn. Sarah and 2 other trainees will go through a simulated flight, performing all of the flight attendant's duties from takeoff to landing.
I don't feel like I know it enough.
Sarah's brother is actually interviewing with us right now here at Frontier to become a flight attendant, so I think she may be a little bit stressed out and distracted because her brother's going through this difficult process.
You guys ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
You ready to go? Ready to go? All right, cool.
I'm in position A. In a way, it's the most intimidating for me. They make sure that people do stuff and know stuff.
Can I get your bag?
Sure.
Keep in mind that overhead bins are shared space.
When Sarah did her day in the life, she had a lot of things to think about, such as her brother getting hired as a future flight attendant with Frontier and having Chris already gone and set the example. So I think a couple of distractions did kind of bother her during that period.
Your seat is right here. It's in the middle.
Not another.
Hello, how are you?
I really don't want to have a.
Well, if you would like to maybe stand back and maybe another passenger would be willing to switch.
Okay. Right here?
Seeing how long it's taking to get the passengers settled, Marco intervenes as the mock flight's captain.
This is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, it's Captain. What's going on back here? I see a bunch of people standing in the forward galley, and we should be getting ready to go. All right, let's get people in their seats as quickly as possible.
Okay, will do.
I think we're going to LA.
Okay. We gotta go. I gotta close this door. Come on.
And I saw that she was sitting there with it too long, and I let it go because maybe it's one of those things where you have to learn by experiencing it. But maybe, hopefully, she'll remember now to move it quickly. She just wasn't very into it. She didn't have a lot of energy with it. I guess I was just a little disappointed. I was hoping that she would take this a little bit more seriously.
Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure and cross-check.
Cross-check complete.
Cabin is secure.
All right, thanks, Sarah. We're on our way.
Do you want to go ahead and bed?
Well, I have all my drugs.
Sorry, Captain. This is Sarah.
Yes, hello.
It'll be just a moment.
Okay. I'll stop the aircraft. And she actually had a bag up in the aisle, so she had to call me back as the captain and tell me to stop the aircraft. That cost us a lot of money out there online. So that's definitely a mistake that she wouldn't want to make when she's a flight attendant. So it's a good thing that happened here in training so we can address the issue.
Hi, Captain. This is Sarah. The cabin is secure.
Okay, again?
Yes.
All right.
I was pretty disappointed in my performance. I mean, in real life, you probably wouldn't stop the plane. You'd put the bag away really quick. I was thinking safety first.
And we are taking off. Whoosh! We're hitting some turbulence. Everybody rock with me.
It's time for Sarah to begin her announcements.
Now that we are airborne, we would like you to relax and enjoy your flight. We invite you to enjoy 24 hours of, or 24
It's always good to see other people make mistakes because then you know what not to do because we're learning from each other.
If there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please let us know.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
The captain turns on the seatbelt sign. They're ready to land.
Landing, and Chris is landing the plane, so.
If you are collecting luggage here in Denver, follow signs for. So I got more and more nervous because I realized that I was messing up. So it just kind of went downhill the whole way. You may now use your cell phone if it is available at your seat. We would like to thank you for flying with us.
All right, and we're pulling into the gate, and okay, he's got it with hand. And he's got to go fast.
Thank you.
I honestly don't know how I will handle that when I'm a flight attendant. I guess what I did learn today was make sure you do your overwing announcements because I forgot to do that today.
You guys want to have a seat? Let's talk. During the boarding process, it was a little chaotic today because we had somebody who was angry they were in the middle seat. Sarah, what did you do to make her happy?
I told her that we had a full flight and to stand over there.
Really reserve the holding people to standing up in the galley for people who don't have a seat assignment. Maybe they lost their ticket. Starting next week, I'll start to time you guys, and we'll have 3 minutes. For every minute that we're late on an actual Frontier aircraft, it does cost $25. At 250 flights a day, if each flight runs 5 minutes late, we're spending hundreds of $1,000s a day in gate fees because we can't push off of the gate on time. When you stop the plane on taxi, it is a huge deal because we possibly have missed our takeoff window, and so now we may be delayed on the ground. Say, if I just got to pick this bag and put it in here real quick, I might be able to get that done. By the time I walk up and tell the captain to stop the aircraft, this probably could have been completed.
I think Sarah was a little bit distracted, maybe because her brother was going through the interview process at around the same time as well, but also I think she really knows all the material, so she may have just overly stressed herself during this exercise.
It hasn't been a good day for Sarah.
Next on Flight Attendant School.
Ask questions. This is worth 4 points.
The captain and the customer service representative?
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
I feel really stupid.
Sarah gets a much-needed pep talk from a fellow classmate before her upcoming hazardous materials exam.
My confidence level is definitely not high.
You're no better than anybody else. And you're no worse than everybody. If everybody else can do this, why can't you?
I'm not confident.
You can do it. You can do it. It's all in you.
It's hard, but Sarah knows she has to try and concentrate on class in the upcoming exam, especially when it's a subject as important as hazardous materials.
Hazmat is definitely necessary training because something like that could happen and you never know. There's so many things out there, you never know who you're in contact or what you're going to be dealing with. So hazmat is definitely important training.
This is what the U.S.-based carriers are governed by. We are about to play a game called Hazmat Answer That, and it is basically a test review prior to the hazmat test.
Instructor Karen has set up a quiz game to help the students review for the upcoming hazardous materials exam. How well they play the game will gauge how well they'll do on the exam.
You are free to use any of your notes. This is a 10-point question. Please name the amount of dry ice and ammunition that can be carried on board an aircraft per passenger.
4.4 for the dry ice.
Correct.
And 11 pounds of ammunition.
Excellent. Good job. Good job. Give me 2 examples of Class 1. Heather?
Fireworks or flares?
Very good.
Sarah's up, and hopefully the pep talk she received worked.
Ask question. This is worth 4 points. Who would you notify if you see a package with a hazardous material warning label? Yellow.
Still a little bit nervous. I just didn't want to mess up. It was a little bit like stressful, like hurry, hurry, hurry. I think I'm probably a little bit concerned. Yeah, I guess I am a little bit concerned. I didn't pay attention enough. The captain and the customer service representative.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
The review game is over, and now it's time for the hazardous materials exam.
I just took my hazmat test. I felt like I blew through it really fast and oh, I know this, I'm not gonna look it up. And I feel like maybe that was a bad idea. I already know one that I got wrong because I did that.
Now, was that as easy as?
Yes.
Okay.
I know, that's my problem. Is I'm like, okay, I think
times
this was easy.
Okay, was this? Okay, I guess.
Label.
Everyone returns to see how they've done.
We have good news. The good news is nobody failed.
Sarah's relieved that she passed the exam, but she's still waiting for a call from her brother to see if he made it in or not.
I'd probably say I'm just as nervous, if not more nervous, about him making it than I was about me making it into the class. I guess he's my brother and I want the best for him.
Next on Flight Attendant School.
And you need to repack this bag. The quickest person who's going to win a prize.
There's the winner! Pull up, up. Pull up, up.
Frontier has decided which lucky interviewees have made it into the next flight attendant training program. Marco calls Sarah's brother Casey to give him the news.
Hello? May I speak with Casey, please?
Yeah, this is him.
I'm calling to talk to you about how your interview went the other day.
Okay.
We actually would like to offer you a position as a flight attendant.
Woohoo!
You sound excited?
Definitely.
All right, great. So maybe you can work alongside your sister soon.
Nice. That'll be great.
Students wear plastic bags for their next lesson in hazardous materials.
There you go.
Let's get our gloves on. I need to teach you the proper way to remove blood-soaked gloves. I want you to use your finger and carefully slide it underneath the other glove and wrap it around so it comes inside out, and then remove it the rest of the way. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come around, Frank and I are gonna put some mustard in each of your hands. Then I want you to mush them together, okay, get it nice and all over front and back.
To help solidify the lesson, instructors bring the students outside to work on their technique.
Now, take them off slowly. If you splatter, you failed the test.
I was glad not to get any mustard on me because, you know, it was supposed to be blood.
You guys passed. You go back in class, that's all.
Having to handle blood, having to put on gloves, it's always a possibility. You never know what can happen when you're up in the air. I hope it never does. But, you know, if it does, I'll be prepared for it.
During a break, Sarah finally gets a call from her brother.
Hello?
Hello? I got it. I got invited to join the August 22nd class.
Nice. That's so awesome. I'm so happy and proud of you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
My little brother Casey applied for a flight attendant position, and today he just got the call that he is invited to join. I'm really happy for him. Part of me just knew that he would, but it was still really cool just to see that he did it, you know, he made it.
I'm so excited. Are you gonna buddy bid?
To break up the seriousness of the training, the instructors like to put on games with prizes for the students.
We're going to play a little packing game, and we have a suitcase that's jammed full of clothes and shoes and some miscellaneous items that flight attendants may want to carry with them on their layover. This job, you could be called out at a moment's notice, especially while our students are on reserve. They could get a 2-hour call-out, so they have to be packed and get to the airport and get ready to go fast. So we're going to play a little game with them today, and there's a great prize afterward for the winner and one of their guests to go over to a flight simulator. So here's the object of the game. Each of you are going to come up one by one, and you need to repack this bag with all of these items back in it, shove it back in there. The quickest person who can do this is going to win a prize. Now, of course, we have a little catch. Not only do you have to get all those items in there, but each of you will have to put a little baggie with 2 raw eggs in it. If the eggs break during this process, you're disqualified. So here's the eggs.
When I found out my little brother made it in, it kind of got me back on track, and it made me feel good, and I think I was able to focus more on what I was doing then and do everything possible to win.
1, 2, 3, go! Well, she's jumping all in. The eggs.
I'm on it.
Go, Sarah. Come on, baby.
The eggs have to go inside, Sarah.
I can put them inside at the end, right?
Go, Sarah, go.
All right, good. No, it's good. It's good. She fixed it. All right, I've got 123. Let's do an egg check. Eggs are intact.
Sarah has set the bar with the quickest time, but her classmates will do their best to clip her wings and win the trip to the flight simulator.
Busted eggs.
Get your stuff organized.
I think I broke an.
Broken nail.
Only one competitor left.
All right, we're at 130. Sarah's the winner.
When Sarah won the packing game, it was kind of nice because she did mess up on her day in the life, and she actually got to redeem herself. She won a treat for it.
You ready for your fabulous prize?
Sarah has clearly turned her day around. Now she heads to the flight simulator to claim her prize.
Pull back on the stick. All right, you're flying.
The flight simulator, it was amazing.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
It's just so exciting to know that I'm going to be up there and doing that, to be able to do all this cool stuff, and I think it helps me all around for being a flight attendant.
On the next episode of Flight Attendant School.
Falling asleep in class is a terminable offense. I don't think anything could save Sharon at this point.
So were you sleeping?
I'm sorry.
By having your eyes closed, how could you actually be watching the crew member really do their performance? This is your final check. This is your termination letter.